Hi. So a lot of people still think that you need a crazy setup just to start hacking, while that is not completely true. And today in this video, I will be going to show you something that is way smaller than its size and is capable enough to turn into a portable hacking rig. Now, before we even talk about the board, let's just talk about the boarding stuff that we get along with the board. So, because without this, the board doesn't work. And the first thing here is a micro USB cable just to power up the device. The second thing that here you can see is this is the micro HDMI converter, because this has a HDMI port for its output, and it doesn't have a full size HDMI port. And other than that, I will be using a micro USB hub to connect my keyboard and mouse. So this is the final Raspberry Pi device, and let me just add some colors to it. Hold up a second. Yeah, now you can see the board probably more clearly. So this is the Raspberry Pi Zero W, and this micro board is a computer in itself. I mean, it's way smaller in my hand, and yeah, first thing you will notice is that I have soldered the board very badly, and please just ignore the solder because I don't know how to solder it, and this was my first time soldering the headers to this board, but I tried. As I got this board without the headers, and you can attach the header all by yourself, or you can get the board pre soldered the header pins and the memory card just to expand the memory. Other than this, this has an inbuilt RAM of around 512 MB megabytes, and there are few ports on the board like micro HDMI port to get the output from this computer, this board, and other ports are the micro USB port, one for the power input and other one for the taking connecting the peripherals or the extension hub to connect them. Now let's just get into the flashing the memory card section, and you can see the screen here. As I will be using Balena Etcher to flash the image to my memory card. You can use either of the softwares like Balena, Rufus, or Raspberry Pi Imager. Here you go. Here you can either select the file if you have downloaded the image file, or you can enter the URL of the file as it will download by itself. But I have already downloaded the file, so I will be selecting that and select the storage device, the memory card, SD card. Continue and flash. I have already flashed the SD card, so I am not going to worry about. Now coming back to the device. So after flashing the SD card, paste the SD card back into the port, into the machine, and connect all the cables to the board, because now it's time to power on the device. And at first I'm connecting the HDMI connector converter, because my monitor supports a full size HDMI port, and this supports a micro HDMI port, so mini HDMI port basically. Here goes the hub to connect the keyboard and mouse to this board, or the Wi-Fi adapter in case you are trying to make it a portable Wi-Fi hacking machine. So you can do that as well. And the last cable is for power purposes. Now let me just connect the HDMI of my monitor to the device. Yep, here you go. And let's set power on the device. As you can see, once you see the light blinking, this confirms that the board is working perfectly. And as you can see on my screen that it's booting, and this part takes a little time. So while that's happening, let's just grab a cup of coffee. If you know, you know. Shout out to Network Chuck. Yeah. So all right then, let me just grab my cup of coffee and wait for the process to finish on its own. Ooh, that takes a lot of time. I'll just fast forward everything and show you the what actually goes on the other side. All right, then after long, we just got the login screen. And let's try with the default credentials of Kali, as this is the CLI version. If you want to use the GUI, there is a command on the documentation of official Kali images. I will share all the links in the description. And the default credentials, as I tried entering Kali/Kali, that was not working. Then I tried the root and tool, and that worked. So yeah, now we are in our machine, and let's just get with the basic Linux command first. Like, who am I? Cool, it is working completely fine. Let's just try to run uh, some more basic commands or basic tools like nmap or msfconsole. Let us see if it works. Let me just try nmap on my local host. Yeah, it works. Nice. And how about I just check if it is recognizing all the devices and my Wi-Fi. Yep, I have the Wi-Fi in managed mode. We can change it to the monitor mode to test the Wi-Fi networks. You can just try some other commands if that works. How about MSF console? So basically, the CLI based commands that are available in Linux, that works completely fine, and you can install your own packages. You can customize the image. There are a lot of other resources as well on the documentation of Kali homepage. I'll share all the links in the description. You can go read the documentation and build one for yourself. And yes, it is working completely fine. Now let me just get back to the device, as I'm not going to show you the other tools or any other thing. And yeah, this is basically a portable hacking device. All you need is to do is add a display and a portable. And in the next video, we will be turning the same device into even cooler project like a Pornography. So if you like my video, support my channel and just drop a comment. I'll see you in the next one.